Greetings, Assumption parishioners. This is Father Tony coming to you from the gathering area outside the narthex of the church, in the very front part of the church, to give you an update on our water issues that we've been having. And there are two projects, plural, two projects that we are undertaking to address this problem. One of the problems is why I'm out here in front of the church. Remember, we used to have a couple pine trees on this side, and on the other side, behind them is where one of the leaks that we had that was more affecting the basement area of the church. If you notice, it was kind of a musty smell down there, and sometimes we did have some water damage, especially when we get a torrential rain. There will be water on the floor. And one of the things that we discovered as we investigated this problem is the roof of the narthex had really no place for that water to go. Those pine trees had clogged up the drain field for the water to go away, so they were just completely full of roots. But we also discovered that the pitch of the ground was pitched towards the church and not away from the building. And so we had to take out the pine trees to get rid of the roots and lay a new field for the water to go away, but also to regrade it so it does have more pitch away from the building and not towards the building. I'm now in the backside of the church by the new offices to talk about our second project. Of course, we do have these beautiful new office space, and one of the questions we've been getting is why do we spend all this money on the basement when we have a problem with the roof? Most specifically, the skylight windows that are above here, this side of the roof, those wall, where you see the white kind of siding, that wall is beginning to rot out. So why do we spend money on the basement when we have a problem with the roof? And the simple answer is we did not know about that problem until we actually moved in here and started spending more time below here in this area. Oftentimes this part of the building was left unused for weeks at a time, and we really didn't know we had a problem until we moved back here and really started spending time back here and realizing that when the would rain, that the water was doing some strange things against the brick wall of this back side of the church. And we took some while to figure out what was exactly going on. Was there a problem with gutters? Was it something else that was going on? And we didn't really figure it out until we got up on top of the roof and they started peeling off that white siding. And then once they peeled off that white siding, we realized that water was getting into that part of the roof and then kicking off the side. And it was causing these sort of sheets of water to sort of cascade down the brick of the building and not go through the gutters and go out. That was the first clue that something was not quite right up there. And of course, when they pulled off the siding is when we realized that how bad the rot had become. There is a steel structure that is actually holding up the top of the roof. So the steel is actually in good condition, and that's actually doing all the work of holding that roof up. But it's just that those windows and the kind of the fascia, that siding that is rotted out, and that's the part that needs to be replaced and fixed. And so that's where we really do need your help. Again, we are collecting for CSA. If you can be very generous with that, every dollar above and beyond that comes home to us here at Assumption, or if like make a direct donation to help fix these windows, that would be much appreciated too. But we really have two projects going on, trying to fix the front part, which is more about the basement and sort of the kitchen area of the church and that leak. And then, of course, the windows up top that need to be replaced for those rotted wood for those side walls. Thank you.